Alright, so we're here with Darren Webb, one half of the Webby and O'Neill channel on YouTube. Webby, it's a pleasure to catch up with you. How are you? How's the family doing? It's been a couple of years.
Yeah, everything's okay. It's been a hard couple of years, not just for the Webb family, but every family in the world. We're seeing a bit of normality now, obviously getting back into stadiums. And you've come over there and obviously you've just witnessed a great performance, you know. Never seen that coming, can't knock any of them. Nine and a half every player, you know, from the goalkeeper. I think he had one save to make, which led to the second goal. No, it's wrong one built in the day, but we're going forward under the new manager tonight. You know, you're looking at the Brighton game start of the season and the Brentford. You think here we go again, but you know we beat Liverpool, Arsenal, and Tottenham here, who aspire to be in the top four. So it's got to continue. We've got to start putting lesser teams to bed. But can't fall tonight. Probably the best performance I've seen from United at least 2 or 3 seasons.
Definitely, I'd have to agree with you there. You know, a couple of weeks ago you said that Christian Eriksen was like the bargain of the season. He cost us absolutely zero. We saw the midfield tonight with Casemiro and Fred. Yeah. How much, is that much of an upgrade compared to the McTominay and Fred partnership we saw year after year?
Well, you look at Casemiro, quality player. People say, oh well, he's past his best. But he's played with absolutely 2 class players in Toni Kroos and Modric for the last 5 or 6 years at Real Madrid. You know, but you look at it there, it's no point in playing. He's in that run of games now, and we're reaping the benefit. You know, him coming on for 5-10 minute spells and playing in the Europa League. No disrespect to Europa League, but the man's a winner. You don't win 5 Champions League if you're not a decent footballer, and we're bearing the fruits of that now. And obviously, he plays a lot with Fred, but as I was saying before on my video before, he could play with Fred once every 2 or 3 months with the national team. Now he's playing every 2 days, and it'll only get better, and it brings confidence out. Fred had done a tweet about 15 minutes before kick-off saying Fred masterclass incoming, and you can't knock him. He scored a goal, and it got deflected, and he was part to do with setting up a Bruno's goal. But I thought he had an all-round great game, not just him. I think the full 11. You know, when the subs do come on, I'm really pleased and I'm happy red tonight. Yeah,
and I know the fans, they have a bit of mixed views about Ronaldo. Some say, the manager is doing good by making him work for his minutes. Some say, reputation, you have to start. I'm just a bit interested about your thoughts on the matter.
Well, you look at the Portugal scenario where Bruno was getting benched, and they're saying he can't play together. And rightly so, you're not going to knock Ronaldo with what he's done in his career. He's, the greatest of all time in my eyes. But it comes to a point where we have to slow down. Everyone does in life. He might have the body of a 20-year-old, but his legs are going. I just thought tonight, I know the press will get all over it that he's walked off before the end of the year. You stay with your team, you win as a team, you draw as a team, you go out together at full time as a team, you get plenty of matches. But I think the writing's on the wall. I think the right offer comes along for him in January, and I think he goes, which, we've got to replace him, you know what I mean? I'm just so glad that I'm here and I've witnessed his 700th career goal, you know what I mean? Because there might not be many more coming now, but just thought he was a bit petulant, a bit childish from him walking off up the tunnel while the game's still going on.
Yeah, and one player that you and I know of quite well in Ravel, Morrison, you got to see him come through the academy and play a couple of games at United, play at West Ham, amongst other clubs in England. I just wanted to know, how proud you are of him from coming back from injury, playing over in America, and of course representing Jamaica.
Yeah, look at that youth cup winning team, the likes of Pogba and Lingard and the Keane brothers. He was the best player on it. When he should have made his career at United, and I know he's made a mistake. Who doesn't? We all make mistakes. But on his day, he's untouchable, and I was so disappointed that he left there. But if Alex Ferguson can't calm him down, then you've got on. But fair play to him, he's knocked a lot of doubters wrong. Who thought when he went to Lazio and then he went on loan, I think it was to Mexico and mad places like that. But fair play to him now, he's over with Wayne in America, and apparently the fans love him. So fair play to him, he's got his head down, he's lived my dream. And long may it continue, but the word I'm getting from America, from a few people who know over there, that he's having a ball and he's playing good football and he's loved. So fair play, he's a lovely kid. He come in here quite a lot in the World Cup to watch England, and you'll never meet a more polite lad. He loves his football. I think he just was knocking about with the wrong people, And that happens, you know, but fair play to him, and I hope his success continues in America.
Yeah, and of course, where the international football is concerned, is it any surprise to you that he's come into the national team for Jamaica and is now a standout and being a starter, a player when you have Leon Bailey, Antonio, and all these players around him?
Not really, it's quality. You know what I mean? He had it as a 13-year-old kid growing up, and I was quite lucky to see him growing up all through the ranks, and I was playing in that FA Youth Cup winning team, you know. No, it doesn't surprise me one bit. You can quality there, and he's had it all his life, and maybe he should have had a career at United, or even when he went to West Ham. And people will remember, I remember seeing the goal he scored at White Hart Lane, you know what I mean? It was an absolute, and that sums Ravel up. That's what he could do on his day. You know, we all know he's got the ability, and fair play to him, you know, he's a great kid, and I wish him all the success in his future, whether it's in America or he comes back to England.
And two other lads that, you know, we've spoken about as well, the likes of Dishon Bernard and Ethan Laird. Do you think they have a future at United?
I'm hearing great reports about Ethan Laird at QPR, you know, they're out there at the top of the championship. But what it is with likes him and Bernard, who was on loan at Salford, playing in that under 23 is not good for him. You've got to have men's football. He's too good for that. You know, and believe it or not, I've got a mate who's a QPR season ticket and he's raving about him. He's raving, they want to keep him, you know. And I just think that, will he get a chance here? Maybe, maybe not. I hope he does. But that full year out on loan in the Championship will sort him out into a man. And same with Dishon, you know, he's a great player, you know, but like you say, 23 football's no good for him. You've got to be playing men's football week in, week out. And only bear fruit for whoever they're playing for in the future, you know what I mean? If they have 2 or 3 years at a decent level in the Championship, then it's only going to be good for their future. Whether it's at United, I don't know. Football's a funny old game, as Greavesy said. 1 minute you're top of the pops, like Freddie's today. Next minute you're in the gutter. So, no, they're both playing regular football, and fair play to the boys.
Yeah, and finally, Webby, as it relates to Diogo Dalot, there's been mixed views with the fans, but, you know, this evening we saw a decent performance from him. Could Ethan Laird perhaps challenge him?
Yeah, well, if you look at it, he doesn't I know he's injured at the moment, Van der Saka, but find it a very strange signing, you know, for that amount of money. Crystal Palace must be laughing, still laughing, you know, defensive-wise, but now your full-backs have got to be wingers as well. You know, and Dalot's a typical case where he's probably one of the best crossers of the ball we've got in the club as a full-back, but that's a position now where you've got to be on your toes, you've got to be up and down that line, up, down, back, not just defending, starting attacks, you know, and sometimes a lot of the goals, it's coming out from wide positions, and it's normally your full-back who's whipping them in. You know, I've seen a goal at Anfield tonight was settled by the full-back, so these full-backs now are as important in my eyes as the goalkeeper and the centre-forward. So, you know, Dalot's, you know, I looked at him the other year when he played against us in his own for AC. Well, I'm thinking, well, listen, you come with a big reputation with Mourinho, and it's just not worked out for him, but now, can't fault him, and an excellent game tonight.
Alright guys, make sure that you subscribe to the Webby and O'Neill channel to hear more from Webby as it relates to United content, previews, reviews, analysis, and also player interviews, past player interviews. Webby, thank you for your time.
No problem, I appreciate it.
Cheers, man.